It's the annual tradition we've all been waiting for. Dietrich's tweets. He calls himself the realest sprint car driver in the country, according to his X/Twitter bio. Tell us about that first. Why is it that?
I feel like I don't sugarcoat anything, and on or off the racetrack, I feel like I try and tell it how it is and keep it real, whether you like it or not. That's about it.
This is volume 5 of Danny Dietrich's tweets. We have been doing this as an annual tradition at the Tuscarora 50 here at Port Royal Speedway. I want to say this is probably one of your down years, right? Not a banner year for you. Let's go into that. Why? I mean, is it you're getting a little bit older, just getting a little more tame, or
Trying to be a little wiser. Still real, just not as real as often. I need to do better. Folks, I'll do better this year. We'll get football season kicked off here Sunday. Maybe it'll start Sunday. I'll have a couple of beverages watching football, and we'll get it ripping again. I think I made up for all the tweets with the David Gravel interview live on YouTube.
you have to check that out yourself. All right, we do have to wade through a lot of politics. Of course, we don't want to use too many of that, but let's start with this one. And actually, you were commenting, I believe, on a Justin Fiedler post for this one. In my opinion, it doesn't make the air dirtier. What it does do is separates the good drivers from the mediocre drivers. Some can only stomp and steer. The 2-inch wicker, which has been a topic this year, sure helped those drivers be competitive. Those drivers, guys that can just stomp and steer, I mean, you're talking about being a little bit lighter on the foot, on the pedal.
Yeah. I mean, like guys like Donnie Schatz, David Gravel, the guys that are really good with the right foot, keeping the tires under. I think they've shined a little bit more this year. I mean, David's top of the points in the Outlaws, Donnie's second. Some of the other guys are kind of fading. I always said Brad Sweet's a really good guy for right foot, and he's crushing the high limit points. So I think we have had a good year. Macri's had a good year. But, some of the other guys that, maybe just stomp and steer haven't been as good this year.
What does it do to the race car? Well, how much different does it feel?
A lot. I mean, you got to changes the setup a little bit, puts a little bit back into the crew chief's hands, getting the car good instead of, again, just stopping and steering into moisture. You can put a wicker bill on, you fix a lot of problems. I mean, I wish I could put a wicker bill on a lot of times. We have a lot of problems, but we can't do that. So it falls back into my hands and Jake's hands and a lot of other crew chiefs, and the talent of an actual driver being able to control 950 horsepower sprint car.
It's been a long week, and I wish Red Robin Burgers were open later, Selinsgrove, than 11 p.m. We're in the shop later than 11 p.m. nowadays. Guess we'll have to wait till lunch tomorrow for that yummy yum yum. Thank you for all you guys do for local racing. What is yummy yum yum?
It's yum. Inside joke. It goes back a few years, but there's not many people know about it. I'm not gonna go upon. We're not gonna go into this, but
all right.
But yum yum.
Red Robin is good. What's your order?
Usually the farmer burger. Egg, little egg, dippy egg.
Can't go wrong with an egg on a burger. There's no question about that.
Dippy, gotta be dippy.
Yeah, the yolk is like a good dressing.
It's gotta ooze all over the burger.
Dietrich and I are on the same page with the burgers for sure. I'm frustrated. We're fast since we found our issue. Tonight I'll call it a racing deal, sort of like you gotta win. This is June 10th, by the way, if this helps. Sort of like you gotta win, so you're racing hard as but the leader in front of you on a restart last minute parked it in the middle of the track. Well, F me.
Did I really put the F word in there?
No, I just said that. I was just racing hard as AF.
Oh, yeah. So, Wayne County.
What happened?
It happens. You got to win the heat race. Tyler Philo kind of parked there going into one. I had no idea his car was burnt from smashing the fence right before the caution. So, yeah, that one hurt.
You have been a little hard on yourself this year. Last night, I had a case of you're not trying hard enough if you don't screw up once in a while. Hopefully that's out of my system for a while.
Is that July 13th?
What happened then?
Stuffed her defense at Lincoln. I've really had an odd year. I've kind of stepped on her a few times. I don't know. I don't like to crash, but we've crashed a decent amount this year. It's not good.
You got to crash to win, though.
sometimes you got to put yourself in position to crash if you want to win. And then that's usually when I crash.
Bookmark that. The outlaw races are teaching me how to treat like that other car and who to treat like LD, which I guess is Lance. Yeah. Respect for some and none for others. Wow.
Some people just don't try and clear cars at all. I mean, like, it's kind of like California style racing. You get to the Nerf bar, you're clear. Yeah, it's just how it is. It's just how some people race.
February 18, what team was putting their tires in a pool?
Yeah, I want to know about that. Like, what's that do? I guess keeping your tires cold makes it really cool.
Someone got dumped for that, or what?
Models, they were putting tires in a pool, a kiddie pool, I guess. I thought it was full of tire dope, but apparently it's just water. I thought it'd be kind of funny and kind of cool if people just showed up and like stuck their tires in a pool of dope.
I guess we can go to the next one now. I was going to say this one, but we're kind of talking about tire dope, so can't believe no one called me a cheater yesterday for my simple green barrel in the background of my picture. People must be starting to like me more. Cheers to Speed Week coming up and local tracks for tire testing.
Yeah, we tire tested for PA Speed Week. It's the only time Pennsylvania has checked for tires all year that I'm aware of, other than the Weiger Memorial. So, I mean, I think you could probably get away with tire doping in Pennsylvania right now if you want.
Your team test tires every single night. Like, you think there are still people that tire dope in this pit area?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think not every night. Just enough to like scare people. I mean, maybe do it like once a month, but randomly. Why not?
Probably smart.
Why not?
Danny, you must stay awake all night thinking about things to cry about. Give it up, man. Just drive. Tired of you always having a bitch about something. I cry in my sleep. It's that bad. That's what you said to him.
Yeah. I mean, some people, they just don't like me. There's some of the same people on Twitter every year. If I make a post, they got to comment and say I'm crying. A lot of times I'm not crying. I just kind of point it out. People are bored. I get bored. Do you get bored?
We know you get bored. You get bored in January as well. During the Chili Bowl Midget Nationals. You texted me, you want to be on the broadcast, like you're just so bored, right? This year you were going at fans who said you couldn't fit in midgets. Well, when have you fit into a midget, let alone for a living? Haha, I'm just not sure how you can blame Buddy. I guess you were going after Buddy for making a weird move on the track or something, go Floyd. And these guys were like, you can't fit in a midget. And then you said, I can fit in certain midgets. Haha, way to pick on the fat guy.
I'm a massive dude. I had a midget, and then I realized how expensive it was, and then we sold it. I sold it. And, I mean, I could probably go race a midget if I really wanted to. Really, really wanted to. I mean, let's face it, I could pull non-cleared slide jobs as well, or drive into people's Nerf bars, or use my front bumper. It'd be kind of fun, actually. But I just want to come down there and party and broadcast.
You'd be a great pit reporter.
I think it'd be great. You know, like, and then like a little bit of knowledge I have as far as like what's broken on the car, like if they're in a crash, and you can walk out and be like, yeah, this is broke, that's broke. I think it'd work out pretty good. It'd be like having T-Mez.
You'd be like, well, that move worked out for you.
Exactly. Like, you know, or a guy gets punted, be like, so what do you think of that guy right now?
The realest sprint car driver in the country. You need to work on your tweets this year, though. That's your homework. For 365 days, that's your homework.
I will do better, everybody. And maybe I'll get back on David Gravel's YouTube channel for an interview again. And then we'll drink a lot of Patron and get a little out of hand. I'll try and do that on Twitter a little bit this year. I'll try and piss more people off and other people happier, make them happier.